All right, here it is, the test you guys have been asking for the last couple of years. I've got the 5 current top-of-the-line drills here from Milwaukee, Makita, Ridgid, Ryobi, and DeWalt. These are the top of the top of their food chain when it comes to drivers. On the 20, we're down here at the 20 volt, we're at 18, and then we get into the Ridgid 18, the Milwaukee 18, and down here we've got the DeWalt 20. We get into 18 volt here with the Ryobi, Ridgid, Makita, and Milwaukee. I'm going to go through and we're on the ice, we're on the frozen lake. We're going to pull out that drill and we're going to give you that demonstration about which one of these devices does the best job running a KDrill into over 2 feet of ice. Hey, this is John Young. We are out here in the middle of a lake here in central Minnesota for our annual drill test. Today I've got 5 different drills. These are the top drills in all these companies' lines. We've got a DeWalt, we've got a Ryobi, we've got a Ridgid, we've got a Milwaukee, and we have the Makita. So we've got, you guys have been, you looked at my last one and you're like, hey, where's the Milwaukee, the M18? It's here. We got the brushless, the top of the line drills, current models that are in each one. And we'll talk about each one when we bring them out. But what we're going to be doing is I've got an 8, I think this is an 8-inch one, 8.5-inch one, whatever it is. It's somewhere in that ballpark. This is the KDrill. For those of you who are not from Minnesota, I'm going to spend a little more time getting this prepped. This is something we are going to attach to the drills, and it will go onto the 1/2-inch drills. It needs about 700 inch-pounds of torque to make this go and go properly. Can you use a lesser drill? Yes, you can. You can do that. Ideally, you want to have the 700. In our past videos, when we went with lesser drills, they would kind of heat up and pause. That's not what you want. But what it has on the bottom is it has very sharp blades, and if you can kind of take a look at that a little bit, we've got 2 blades, and then we've got a little point in the middle, which is basically our guide for drilling down into the ice, so it doesn't walk too terribly much. Very similar to a wood type bit if you're into woodworking. And this particular one, I have an extension on it, and I just left both floats on it. The reason we have this is because in case some of the drills let loose of this and you were drilling, it could go, and once you broke through, it could continue right on down. Well, we're not in that deep of water. We're in about probably about 5 or 6 feet of water, but we've got 2 feet of ice under us. So we're going to have some fun, drill down here, and we're going to do all 4 drills. And again, I'll talk about each one as we go, but I wanted to give you a little background. And yes, this is Minnesota. Yes, we drive on a lake. Right behind you is kind of the road that goes out to ice houses and fish houses in there. And later tonight, I'll be fishing right out here, trying to catch a few fish before the season ends here in central Minnesota. So let's get our first drill and let's give it a run. So our first contestant here is the Ryobi one, and I want to give you the model number on this one. This is the PBLHM101K. This particular one has about 750 inch-pounds of torque on it. So it's a little bit above the 700 threshold if they like, but it's not a huge, super big beast here. So let's see, I'm going to drill here so we can go ding, 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 right across. Now, one thing when you're drilling with these is you've got to have hands and ready to go. We're in low, it's a 2-speed. Warranty on this thing's about a 3-year warranty. So it's a nice drill for most homeowners and such, and even some partial contractors. Let's see what it can do. There it is. We hit water. And as you heard, it did a couple of times in that little run. It shut down as we were going along. Next, we're going to do the DeWalt. This is the DCD996. There's different variations of it, but this is basically their top of the line driver drill right now. Just going to back it out. Now this particular one is a 3-speed compared to the others that we're going to look at are all 2-speed. This DeWalt also does not list the inch-pounds of torque on this one. They give it a different name, a different number, but most people are saying that this is somewhere falling into that 800 to 1,000 inch-pounds of torque. So let's bring that over here. Again, making sure we got good solid grip on this. And here we go. And there we have water. No hesitation, pretty much it just went right on down. That is our DeWalt. This is the DCD 996. Okay, next we're going to go to the Ridgid unit here, and this is the R86114KN. This particular one can give us 800 inch-pounds of torque. One thing I do like about the Ridgid stuff is Ridgid tools, once you've registered them, have a lifetime warranty that they will give you the parts and the service to these things. You probably have to pay shipping and such, but it's lifetime getting them fixed. And we've got 2 speeds on this one, a high and a low. One thing is it's really tough to switch when you've got the extra torque handle on there, but we'll make do. Let's give it a shot. And we hit water. Now you notice as we got to the end of it, it did pause. That we got that far and then it did shut off. So it can do the job, but it did shut down on us. So that's a little disappointing. Otherwise, this is the brushless line. So they've got the regular brushed, they've got the brushless. Compare this one to the Octane. The Octane was the one that this replaced. The Octane had about 1,200 inch-pounds of torque. This is down to 800 inch-pounds of torque. Next, we are up to the Makita. This is their 18 volt, of course, and they do have a 40 volt line coming out too, which is kind of cool, but it's a bigger in another battery. This is the model number. This is the XPH14Z. This particular one clocks in at the most inch-pounds of pressure or torque. This comes in at 1250. 3-year warranty on the tool. It has its two different speed transmission there. We're ready to go with it. Let's take a step back here and give it a shot. One thing I do like about this one, it has a little bit longer handle. When we get into the 2 of them that have 1,200 plus inch-pounds of torque, the handle's just a little bit longer, which makes it a little easier to be able to keep that leverage instead of it throwing me and we go for a fly. Here we go. There we have water. So I was a little surprised. We had a pause out there as it got to the very bottom. I did not expect that. I figured that with that amount of torque that it would be able to just continue to drive way down. And we're going into lowest gear with all of these, by the way, just to give it as fair of a shot as possible. Let's go to our last drill in our little test. So here it is. It's the Milwaukee. This is the M18 fuel. Fuel meaning that it is the top of the line in the Milwaukee line. The model number of this one, this is the 2804. It's in the 2800 series. There's a variety of different 04, 06, whatever, but it's the top of the line in that realm. We have 2-speed, great warranty on this also. Let's just get on to it. A little bit more torque. I think we're coming in at 1,200 inch-pounds of torque on this one, so we've got a little bit longer handle. Let's get back here and drill a hole. Let's do this one right here. All right, here we go. All right, so there it is, the Milwaukee, the M18 2800 series. As you see, the fuel version ran right down. You may not see it in this video. We did multiple holes with it, back to back to back, and it didn't pause at all, didn't hesitate, it just went right on through. So for those of you out there who have been saying you should do the test of the Milwaukee, yeah, you're right. The Milwaukee is certainly the top of the line, but it's also, when it comes to its price point, is in that more of a professional range. For a lot of us, we're going to have the DeWalt, we'll have maybe the Ryobi or the Ridgid, because they're just at a different price point. We're talking units here that range from $125 up to $300, and they come in, some are kits, some are individual tools, some are like the Milwaukee fuel comes with a driver and the drill. There are a lot of different options out there, so just wanted to give you an idea of what these can do. Any one of these can drill holes in the ice. It's just, as you saw, when it goes down and it pauses, you have to let off on the trigger and give it like a half a second and then continue on, and you'll be able to finish the hole. We'll put links in the description below. These are all available at Home Depot. Check out the links down below, and yeah, if you have any questions, comment section right below that. This is John Young. Thanks for watching.
For more tips and how-to videos, go to weekendhandyman.com.